The 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly election may go down as one of the biggest political turning points in modern Indian politics. Because for the first time in decades, the traditional power structure of Tamil Nadu has been shaken. And at the center of that earthquake is actor-turned-politician Vijay and his party TVK. After TVK's stunning rise in the election, most political observers expected an immediate political war. The assumption was simple. The DMK would aggressively attempt to destabilize the new government, expose administrative weaknesses, and force early political collapse. But then came the surprise. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M. K. Stalin made a carefully worded statement saying the DMK would allow Vijay's government space to function and would not disturb the administration for 6 months. On the surface, it sounded calm, even generous. But politically, this may be one of the smartest strategic decisions DMK has made in years. Because this move is not about kindness, it is about long-term survival. And there are 3 major reasons behind it. The first reason is BJP containment. This is probably the biggest calculation driving Stalin's strategy right now. Before the election, the Edapadi K. Palaniswamy-led AIADMK had once again aligned with the Bharatiya Janata Party and the NDA alliance. That immediately raised concerns inside the DMK camp. Why? Because Tamil Nadu has historically resisted direct BJP expansion far more strongly than many other Indian states. The BJP has struggled for decades to build an independent mass base in Tamil Nadu politics. But alliances change equations. If the AIADMK regained relevance through post-election coalition negotiations or political instability, it could slowly create a pathway for stronger BJP influence inside the state. And the DMK clearly understands that danger. So instead of cornering TVK immediately and pushing Vijay toward desperation politics, Stalin appears to be making a calculated choice. He is essentially allowing a regional Tamil force to occupy the anti-establishment political space rather than allowing that vacuum to be filled indirectly by BJP-backed coalition structures. In simple terms, the DMK seems to believe this. If Tamil Nadu must evolve into a multi-party system, it is strategically safer for that third force to remain rooted in regional Tamil identity politics rather than becoming a gateway for national BJP expansion. This is not emotional politics, this is strategic containment. The second advantage is national opposition politics, because what happens in Tamil Nadu no longer stays in Tamil Nadu. The 2029 Lok Sabha battle has already begun beneath the surface. And there are early signs that the Indian National Congress may gradually open communication channels with TVK in the future. That changes everything. A direct political war between DMK and TVK could split anti-BJP votes in Tamil Nadu during future parliamentary elections, which means destroying communication channels too early could become strategically expensive later. So instead of treating Vijay like a permanent enemy from day one, the DMK appears to be keeping future political flexibility alive. Administrative pressure, economic management, bureaucracy, law and order, coalition balancing. All of this now becomes Vijay's real test. By staying outside the government structure, the DMK protects itself from future governance failures while quietly observing how TVK performs under real administrative stress. That creates a highly advantageous position. If TVK succeeds, the DMK can maintain working political equations and remain relevant within the broader opposition ecosystem. If TVK struggles, the DMK can return later as the experienced alternative waiting in the background. In other words, the DMK is neither attacking Vijay aggressively nor embracing him fully. It is maintaining strategic caution. And politically, that may be the smartest possible position available right now. Because one thing is becoming increasingly clear after the 2026 election. Tamil Nadu politics has entered a completely new era. That structure now appears deeply disrupted. The real question is no longer whether TVK is relevant. The real question is whether Tamil Nadu is now entering a permanent 3-pole political era. And perhaps Stalin already understands that reality earlier than everyone else.